Welcome everyone to Chess TV episode 75. We are 3/4 of the way to 100, which is 75. Today is October 7th, 2014, and it's yet again Funday Monday on Tuesday. The challenge today is get the knights to the corner squares, but I'm augmenting it a little bit because that's kind of, it's either you've done it or you've not. Either you've finished the knights there or you've not finished the knights there. It's kind of not as exciting as something where you can measure your success. So I'm changing it a little bit to the more pieces you get to the center squares, the more awesome you are. So that way you always have something to strive for even after your knights have reached the center. I mean the corners. You can still get your other pieces to the corners. I think that's going to make things a little more interesting. So let's go do that right now. Create a game. Let's give myself a little bit of time. Look at that. I'm already on standard. All right. Live, Chess TV for episode 75. Maybe we should watch this instead. Funday Monday corner squares. Maybe we should play chess and try to get pieces to the corner squares, or maybe we should just watch Chess TV. Let's do that. This should be interesting. This should be good. Oh, we've got a game we can't watch. Too bad. That was just about going to be an amazing time-bending warp of weirdness. Okay, Mark 28 beat it Biderman has beaten me before. He's not very nice. He just totally beat me. If I scroll down here to the game record, you can see a big 1, big green 1 next to his name, and a big red 0 next to Chesswiz. So that's not much fun. However, this is going to be a lot more fun. He does not know what's going to hit him. Or maybe he does. Let's find out. Let's find out. Are you watching Chesswiz TV? Let's put that in parentheses to show that we don't really mean to insult his intelligence by not assuming that he already knows what I'm talking about. But let's get castled. Now, how are we going to get the knights to this corner? I have no crazy clue. And that's probably the reason that we didn't get so many submissions this time, is that it's just really, really hard to do that. And when you're doing it, it's not like you're being smart in any chess normal way. Some of the things you try to do in chess are control the center, not control the corners. So it's not really conducive to good chess. But hey, that's the challenge, so that's what we're going to do. Should I take this pawn? Or should I just leave it there? Or should I... Actually, those are the only choices. I was thinking, should I push? But that's kind of him pushing, so that's not going to happen. I'm going to... He says no, he's not watching. Great. Good. And then he does not know that my knights are going to enter his corner. Okay, so I guess I'll take and pull my knight back. Pull my bishop back, I mean. Here. Because this will create a hole on d5. Guys, right here is a hole. Whoops, that's not a hole. That's a hole. Okay, the red X marks the hole. That's a hole, you see. And the idea is that I can get a knight there. Now, unfortunately, it's not the corner, but how can you accomplish that challenge when you're playing someone as brilliant as Mark 28? It's one or the other. You really can't do both. What a move. Not only is he threatening b7, but he's also threatening a discovered check. Not sure I can do anything about this powerhouse. What dangerous discovered checks are there? Knight e5 check. King has to move knight s7 check, and I lose. The exchange. Am I just going to have to let that happen? There are worse checks. Knight b6 check. Okay, this is my brilliancy. The bishop is guarded by the knight. The queen is blocking the check. The queen is attacking the knight, so the queen can't take the pawn. Did you follow all that? Yes, Daminiform, I understand that your name sounds like a swear word, and I also understand that the stream is in the distance when we play. That's normal. Twitch.tv kind of does that because they have to obey the laws of physics, which says in order to transmit a message from one place to another, it requires time. And so that's pretty normal. Don't get all bunched up in a knot on that one. Should I move my knight or should I just take his knight? Well, considering the clock is pretty much 0, I guess I'll just try this out. Not very good, however. Okay, how many knights do I have left for the challenge? Not so many. Also, I have to play really fast. But at least I held all my pawns. Take a look. This pawn's guarded by rook, and that one by queen. So I could actually hold this ending. Want to trade queens? I'm not giving up on the challenge, guys. I know this is like a difficult game of chess where the challenge doesn't occur, but you haven't seen nothing yet, to put it simply. You ain't seen nothing yet. What am I talking about? Check. Oh, now you can get back rank checkmated. If you get back rank checkmated, I'm going to back rank checkmate you. I'm going to forget about the corners challenge and just checkmate you. Because you don't get to meet somebody like Mark 28 so often. And even more rarely do you beat them. You meet them about once a lifetime and you beat them never. So, not much time here. Not much time. Not much time on the clock. He gave me a pawn in an effort to free his pieces because he's really tied up. And this is pretty good for me. I held everything. Look at all these extra pawns I have. Oh. Is this good for him? Yeah. This is pretty good for him. And pretty bad for me. I think I misplayed the ending. Huh! Huh! What do you do now, Buster? Oh, that. Will this work? There is some complication. I can't promote because I'm always pinned. Is he going to let me draw? That'd be so kind of him. Okay, what did I get to his corner? I got my king to his corner. So I get 1 point for that. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Tab makes circles. King to the corner. I think I ought to get at least one congratulatory point that I'm playing someone rated 2163. Not only did I have a pawn against a queen, not only did I have a pawn against a queen, guys. You know how a pawn moves? It's like blip, blip. And the queen's like, I'm telling you, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Not only that, but I got my king to his corner. So that's 1 point for getting one piece to his corner. Plus, not only did I get 1 point, but I also drew with the pawn against a queen. So that feels pretty good. I don't know if he could have won that. We'll have to ask the computer about some hacks and cheats I could have used. Let's take a look. Bring up that game, replay and analyze, and let's ask for computer help on that game while we play this game over here. Oh, interesting. A second chess game. I'll play these moves. Knight d4. Did you notice how I didn't run out of time that game? It's like my clock just hovered around 7 seconds forever. That's because I have an amazing... Actually, that's just because I didn't run out of time. So maybe this game will be different. Maybe I will run out of time. I'm fighting Mark 28 again, so this is a tough Funday Monday. But I've got to play regular chess first, and then later on maybe get my pieces to his corner. Because against somebody like Mark 28, you can't just go after A8 on move 2. It's not going to end well. So I got an important message in the chat. My favorite stream from a certain someone. And then he says, just so I don't feel too good about myself, oh, I mean, one of my favorite streams. I don't know if you're just trying to make me feel bad, but you're doing a good job. F5, take, and bishop h6, attack. Is it going to work? Is it going to work, guys? Pawn here, he takes, I take, he takes, and then wajazam with the bishop. That's what I want to do. Thinking about h3 first. Maybe h3, g4. Yeah, look at that. Just bring these pawns out here. Getting a challenge from nobody. That's an interesting sound. Oh, that sound was the computer was done looking at my game and telling me what I was doing wrong. Oh, I want to take a peek at it, but I'd better not abandon this attack. Knight over, king over, f5. Now I can play f5. So dangerous. Now I can't move my bishop or I lose this pawn, but I probably better just allow that. Because if I push this pawn, then his bishop is like a knife that cuts on this diagonal. And watch me draw a line. That's the diagonal. See, there's no arrow on the end because I just have the ability to make un-arrow-ended lines. That's my ability. Okay, so now c4 comes with discovered check. That's kind of scary. But not too scary because I can block with my bishop. That's my idea. Don't know if it's good, but... Oh no, b2. I forgot about b2. Ooh. Okay, it's all or nothing now, guys. I have to attack him and win. All I'm gonna do is lose, but at least I'm moving my pieces around. If you stop moving, then you actually don't lose for a while. About 34 seconds you can survive. But I'm not gonna try that strategy. Oh, I'm getting an attack. Somebody's attacking me in the chat. He says, he's already lost a knight? Terrible. Which I assume he's saying the stream is terrible, but maybe he's saying I have a terrible itch. I'm hoping for that one. Still a potential to attack here. I am down a knight, so I'm pretty much doomed. However, he could mess up. I've got 3 major pieces pointed right at him. I don't want to play g5, guys. I'm thinking about that, thinking, and then I'm realizing his knight will just move here to h5 and block me out forever, like a bad colonoscopy. So I'd better just push this pawn, even though I'm doomed now. Very doomed. Doomed. Look how doomed I am. 100%. Clarky asks, hey Cheese, he doesn't say that, would you like a teaser? Considering that Clarky is an Australian man. I'm going to resign that game. I got 0. Wait, I shouldn't resign. I should get my rook to the corner. Oh, what was I thinking? And Mark wants to beat me again. Considering that, Clarky, I'm not sure I want a teaser from you. Okay, let's find out about the endgame down here. King h1. King f3 blunder. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to stop the pawn. If I stop the pawn, it's a draw. When I go here, I lose. So computer says advantage. Down here, look at this. Advantage 0. That means no one's winning. And then I played king f3 to go after that pawn. And then it says advantage 10, which means white is winning so badly. I would think up a bigger number, but 10 is the biggest number I know. So I'll just say 10. And then it's just like 10 all the time, 10 all the time, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Oh, 9.87. That's different. And then he fails by pinning my pawn. Look at that. Look at this move. Oh, you pinned my pawn, it's a draw. If he checked me down here on h5, he would win. And then it's a draw, and then it's a draw, and then it's a draw, and then, oh, no. And then with g4, I blunder again, actually. Now he can win. But he fails to find queen f4. Yeah, he plays badly, and now he wins, and now he draws. So he has so many ways to win. For example, this check here forces me behind my pawn so that then he could advance the king closer. And that will destroy me because in a few moves, he comes and checkmates me. But then we're back to draw. So great. That's the kind of endgame I love. Mark 28 left in the meantime. Good. I'm tired of you. Let's play Apostolos in a 2-1 rated game. And I'm trusting that because Apostolos is a regular viewer, he will try to get his pieces to my corners. I'm going to trust that that's going to happen. Okay, Apostolos. So Clarky doesn't get my joke. That's okay, Clarky. Yes, I want a teaser from you. What's your teaser? Apostolos is AFK. Well, while we play him, we'll go play someone else at the same time. Let's see what happens. I have two tabs open at once here. Wow, blowing my nose. I'm quite multi-talented and humble. Oh, it's now my turn over here, so we can close this game C. Close and start. D4, E5. Do you know how strong this opening is, guys? It's so good that I forgot the name of it, but it's really, really good. Watch what happens. He takes me, right? Then Queen E7, exclam, exclam. He's like, what do? I don't want to lose my pawn. So he plays Bishop F4 to protect his pawn. Bishop F4. Then I play Queen B4 check, and I eat everything. Watch this. Check. Oh, you fell in my trap. Guys, don't fall in this trap. The reason I'm doing this to him is so you learn not to do it. You can learn from others' mistakes. And look, I got my pawn back. Maybe this is bad for me. Should I try to knight H8 and knight A8 too? Or just you? You should just be. That's an interestingly phrased question. Should you try me or just try knight H8? So you didn't watch the intro, Apostolos. The new challenge is get as many pieces as possible to the corners, not just your knights. That way you can measure your success. You can say, well, let's see, I got 15 of my 16 pieces, but I didn't manage to get my J pawn to his corner. Then you can say, well, next time I'll do better. Right? Of course, right. Okay, we've got a special teaser from Clarky, and the viewers get to see it. Although the people in chat have already said that it's not so good. You should have taken the bishop. Really? What bishop should I have taken? Face palm? Huh? There wasn't any bishop I could take. Check. Oh! Huh? No, the pawn was guarding the bishop. You're just trying to make me feel bad. He's thinking about bishop f4, and then remember when I played that check, queen b4 check, and he blocked with knight? I couldn't take the bishop. Oh, I could, couldn't I? Oh, he could. I could take it. Oh, I could. Yeah. Never mind, guys. Forget that I could have taken that bishop. Just forget. So my pawn structure is kind of bad after this trade. Not as bad as his, though. But he's not doing it to me. Great. Thank you for not doing it to it. Okay, the teaser is really weird. I just opened the teaser from Clarky, and it's a super weird teaser. I mean, I was expecting something crazy, but not this. This is a whole new level. Actually, I think I'll go there, because the only thing worse than doubled pawns is doubled isolated pawns, which is what he just about gave me. I don't want to capture this way, because a pawn here and here together with no pawns on either side ruins my pawn majority. Guys, I have, that's not a square. I have 3 pawns against his 2 pawns. You see that? So that means I can eventually get a passed pawn here by pushing them across against his pawns. The problem is, if I double up 2 of them like that, and it's just 2 facing 1, there's no way I'll ever get around that stop sign. So I would rather keep them side by side. So it's so critical that I'll pull my bishop back to do it. 20 seconds, that's plenty of time. After this game, I'll show you the teaser, and then you can tell me if you think it's as weird as I think it is. Notice what I did there. I didn't say, you can, oh great, now he can double my pawns again. Don't do it, don't do it. If he's watching the stream, he's going to do it just to annoy me. He does have to give up a bishop for a knight to do it, but it's worth it. Because his pawn majority over here, 4 pawns against 3 on this side of the board, blah, 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 he can use to get a passed pawn. I'm so glad he didn't do it. I don't mind losing my bishop for a knight in order to protect my pawn majority. And now here. Getting my pawns on the opposite color as his bishop in order to effect change. Will I trap his bishop? That would be cool. No, I will not. The sound stopped. Refresh the page. This isn't looking good, is it, guys? It's looking the opposite of good. I have 4 seconds. He's eating my pawns for lunch. Now I have 2 seconds. I'll capture this way to keep things interesting. I have, oops. This could work. When you're low on time, you have to make things up. It's just the way it is. Yes, I have a passed pawn with a rook behind it. I'm unstoppable. Here. 3 seconds. So I see how I thought there for like 90% of my time. And I think it's going to pay off. No, it's not going to pay off. No! Apostolos, you're so smart. My endgame skill is very low. Very low. Let's analyze that game. Have the computer help me out. So maybe I should save my rook here, but I am down 2 pawns. Maybe in this position, I should push my pawn. Nope, that would be worse. His king would go to corner. And then he would just swing his rook around and take it while guarding this the whole time. So I'd be even slower. Oh, the analysis is done. Okay, so it says advantage for white huge, advantage for white huge, advantage for white 1 pawn. Mistake. It wants me to play here. At which point, advantage for white 1 pawn. Whereas if I do this, advantage for white 3.5 pawns. Which, by the way, 3.5 pawns equals about 1 game of chess. So if I'm down by that much, I'm pretty much down by 1 game of chess. So I resigned without even getting any pieces to his corners. Forget about Funday Monday. Forget about it. Hey, Kevin. Good game, Apostolos. That was an interesting game, and I love that ending. Not. Oh, I told you guys I would show you the teaser. Are you ready for that? Here's the teaser right up here. Oh, yeah. Teaser, teaser, teaser. And it's a teaser chessboardy thing in 3D. Play a game on a single board. Yeah, I would do that because I would never play a game on a married board. Huh. Yeah, it's 3D, guys. Isn't that great? 3D on the internet? I don't know what to do except maybe play e6 here. Ola says, remember it is Funday Monday. You remember it is Funday Monday. I'm just going to take Funday Monday and defenestrate it. Do you know what that means? Guys, define auto-defenestrate. You need to know this word. To auto-defenestrate is the act of hurling oneself from a window. Memorize that word and then do it. Actually, I don't advise auto-defenestration. It can be harmful to your health. My sound is gone again. So we're just playing a couple of games against the viewers here because Funday Monday can defenestrate, can auto-defenestrate. I don't care about Funday Monday. Do you care? Who makes the rules around it? ChessWiz does. Who obeys the rules? Do you think ChessWiz obeys the rules that ChessWiz makes? I mean, where's the logic in that? It's illogical, so it won't happen. I did get a message, though, and it's going to flash on screen right there. Ah, you're on TV! Jesus. That's Jesus. I didn't get what you meant, haha. Good. Good. Mark can just depart from me. Thinking about doubling up them pawns. I can do that by sacrificing the power of my long bishop. Look how long this bishop is. That's what she said. No, now I don't get to double your pawns. I will double them. I'll just stop you from trading by blocking up my own long bishop. It's all blocked up now. Yeah. And now what are you going to do? Wait, why would I do that? 3 attackers, 2 defenders. Let's prepare for e5. That'll be interesting. Guys, does this even work? Take. That. Yeah, it works. Okay. I don't think this is very good for you because I got a rook across from a queen. Something about that doesn't seem safe. So I'm looking forward to capturing that queen with my rook. Just watch what happens. Or maybe I'll pin the bishop and then, oops, I'm taking your bishop for free. It might happen. I would like to follow my own rule, just for the record. I would like to take this as a Funday Monday day. However, if I played in that idiotic fashion, I would lose every game, kind of like actually what's happening, except I'd lose worse. So I'm just gonna, not do that. We'll see. Do I trade again? I don't want to trade. I want my long bishop. Take. Fork. What about f5? That looks cool. I'm doing it. And I'm drawing circles. Oh, you're forked on both sides. Okay, I got counter forked, but I can just take you. Yeah. I'm so scared. You gave me a pawn and you're still forked. Not scary, guys. That's just not scary. Take that. Doesn't look dangerous at all. 13 seconds. I got the win. Take that, take that, take that. And rook d2, owning up the knight. Oh, do we really trade? Okay. I won a bunch of pieces, so I'm happy to trade. How much am I ahead, really? Let's bring my both rooks to the 7th rank. That's called pigs on the 7th for a reason. Oink. Should I just trade? I am up 2 pawns if I do. No, I'm going to checkmate him. Watch. Move that knight. Oh. Move that knight. Oh, he can't. Now I'll do it. This is a really good ending for me. If you're talking about endings, let's talk about this ending. Extra 2 pawns seems pretty good. I calculated very carefully on either side. Yeah, I win. Whoop, don't pre-move. Anything too stupid. I'm going this way. You want to see some finesse, guys? Want to see some finesse? Oh, yeah! King in the corner. That's 1. I think I'm going to score 3 if I can get these pawns up there. Stay out. Now, watch this. Preferences. Wow, there's a lot of preferences in here now. Automatically approach a queen. Never when pre-moving. Your preferences have been saved. White resigned, black is victorious. Good. I actually thought I ran out of time. For a moment there, I thought while I was fiddling with my preferences, I ran out of time on the clock. That would have hurt me in the night. Would have really hurt. But fortunately, he just resigned. Unfortunately, I didn't get to test that theory. Can I promote to a knight and get my knight in the corner in 1 move? That would be kind of a brilliancy if you ask me. Kevin wants to play again. Shagva wants to play. I know that Fianchetto123 wants to play because he said he needs to beat me. And I'm going to assume he means in a game of chess and not with a great big stick. Not sure about that, though. Okay, so we're playing Kevin one more time. Because he was so kind to resign just before I got to promote my knight into his corner, which would have been kind of fun. Oh, this is a good opening, isn't it? No? It's kind of bad opening for you? Can't I attack that queen while bringing out a piece with c4 or knight c3? What do we need to do? What is the challenge, asks 1828. I'm in charge here. I choose what we need to do. Look at that. Look at that. I got a long bishop. Look how long that is. It goes all the way from here to here. All by itself. Nobody helps it. It does it by itself. Take. Okay, so 1828, the challenge today is just out the window. It's just been defenestrated. I'm telling you, we're not doing the challenge. But you know what we can do, guys? Because we make the rules. We can do the same challenge again next week. Because I'm in charge, man. So here's the challenge. Obviously, why did I move my knight there, guys? Should I just rewind that? It doesn't make any sense. My center used to be powerful 2 pawns next to each other, right over there. And now they're like random pawns separated and weak. And blocking my own bishop. This is bad. Maybe if I move my queen here, then I can rectify it. That's quite a word. Yes. This will rectify everything. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have traded queens with me because my center looks really fancy now. You like that? I like it. I guess there. So the challenge was try to get your knights to the center of the board. But that's kind of Kind of misspoken. The challenge was try to get your 2 knights into the opponent's 2 corner squares. And that turned out to be really hard because if you try to do that, you're not really playing chess, so you just lose. And that's disappointing. So I'm not very well doing that challenge. As you can see, my last knight is about to get taken right now. But that's because who cares about Chess with TV? Yeah, I took over this diagonal. It's way better. Look at these challenges. So X-Ray LX says, play me. Who are you on light chess? X-Ray. Olaf prefers bringing his knights to his own corners. I'll bring my knight to your corner, and you know what I'm going to do there? Do you even know? I'm going to trash talk you. Because I forgot to take the garbage out last week, and I've been saving it up for you. Should I take that? No. Then we'd have his opposite color bishops, and if he's opposite, it's so boring. Okay. I'm so tempted to take, even though it's really dumb if I take. So I'm not going to take. I'm going to create a way to break through, and it's going to be on the B file. Take me. He has to take me for this to work. What? This will work. I'm over there. Whoa! I go this way, you go that way. What's going on? Okay, so there's some passed pawns on the board now. Very dangerous ones, actually. Oh, everything changed. That was so fancy. This is tough, guys. This is like eating chicken that's been cooked too long. Boom! Oh. I think some of your rooks got in the way of my bishop. That's what I think. Take this now. Who's ahead? Me. Oh, look at that. Another pawn. Okay, so I'm ahead of rook for a bishop. That's pretty solid. And not only that, also has some extra pawns over there. Very good. I'll go take advantage of that. I don't have much time, so I'm in a hurry. Excuse me. Right here. Drink some water. Looks good. Remove that. It's to a black square, so it's perfectly safe. There's no way he could ever threaten me there. Watch this, guys. Oh, oh, oh. Cut it out. Okay. Out of the way. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't lose because of that. King to the corner. Now I have to watch out about checkmate, because if king f8 and then rook here, I actually get checkmated. So I'm out of here. It's close. He's trying to do funny stuff. Oh, it's funny stuff time. No! No, you actually beat me because I was being clever, which is a code word for not so clever. Good game, Kevin. Good game. GG for good game. No, 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 no. So after that check, I can escape fine. The problem was I first considered king here, and I thought about that for about 75 milliseconds. And then I noticed that he would move his rook here, which would checkmate me. And it took me about 200 milliseconds to notice that. And then I had to command my hand to move my mouse over to my rook. And that actually took another 10 milliseconds for that command to go from my brain to my hand through my nervous system. That delay cost me the game. So I'm not playing you anymore, guys. What I'm going to do next is actually show you someone who's taking the Funday Monday challenge and doing a good job on it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's take a look. This is a game by a viewer who actually took the challenge. He took this seriously, and he did a good job. Are you ready? Are you ready? E4, E6, D4, B6, C4. What is going on? Okay, so the viewer of Chess with TV is the white player, and he's going for the corners. How many pieces can he get into the corners? Let's take a look. So far, he's kind of blocking himself up. This is unfortunate that he has a white squared bishop, guys, this bishop here, because, well, it's on the same color as all of these pawns, and so it's difficult to use. It has to jump back here. It's not that great a spot. However, Maybe it can be used later. Kick the knight. Kick the knight, maybe. Oh! Oh, guys, in these few moves, something bad happened. Well, black should be bringing out his pieces. He should go here and here. And why is there no arrow on that? There we go. And then castle with his king. Blue, look at that. He should get that king side organized. But instead, he moves a little bit on the queen side, a little bit more on the queen side, and a little bit more on the queen side. Those moves are not the right moves because his king side just bleh, sits there. And now there's going to be something scary coming down right down the center of the board. Or the side. Yeah, he's not bringing his pieces out. This is going to be scary. A4. Now, I like A3 better, and that's because this is kind of an outpost for a knight. Any square that your pawn cannot attack is a deadly home for the enemy knight. And now it's this one. So this is not a deadly home because the pawn could attack, hypothetically, and that's actually good enough. I'm just like, oh, my pawn could attack there, so get out. But now the pawn cannot attack there, and the knight's very strong. Just like White's knight here, but watch this check. You guys see it already because you're whizzes. You watch Chess's TV and you urinate. Boom! That's one knight to the corner, guys, plus a free queen. That was a pretty good fork. I don't know if black's like, let's get this going here. I'll move my queen to the corner so I can get forked, but it worked pretty well. Okay, what's going to happen with the other knight? It's maneuvering right now. Watch this. I'm rewinding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! Touchdown! Problem, like he's going to take you for free. But you did get both knights to the corner. So this is the only viewer, actually, guys, who achieved the goal. He got both knights to the corners. Now, they didn't happen at the same time, and they died as soon as they moved there. So that's kind of sad. Rest in peace, loyal knights. But he did it. He did it. We did have one other viewer who tried to do it, and I'll show you what happened. It's kind of fail, if you ask me. But let's see how this game goes, because he's already got 2 pieces to the corner. So what can he do next? Boom! 3 pieces to the corner. Let's just watch that carefully. The bishop is pinned and attacked twice. So he rescues the bishop to lose the rook. I'm going to have to say black's not playing too well right now. This is weird. Okay, you have checkmate right now. Queen b7 is checkmate. But he doesn't play it. Is he trying to get more pieces to the corner? He has 3. Oh, eat it up. Boom! 4 pieces to the corner. What's he doing now? Maneuvering around. Why doesn't he just checkmate the guy? Queen a8 would be checkmate here. Boom! 5 pieces to the corner. Checkmate. That was 5, right? That was rooks, bishops. Let's count really, really fast. Okay, so first the knights, 1, 2. Then the bishop and the rook and the other rook. So 5. Pretty nice. This viewer wins the prize of actually doing the challenge. It was very difficult. So I'm actually going to rerun the challenge this week, guys, for you who just sat on your sitting areas and didn't take this challenge. This is your challenge now. Get as many pieces to the corner as you can. And you can't just win the chess game and then just, promote all your pawns and move to the corner. That you get lame points for that, not real points. Here's how I'm going to exclude that. I'm not going to exclude that. I'm going to exclude you if you do that. That'll teach you. Okay, so I've been being begged by a game. Let's see. Who was it? Someone's X-Ray's begging for a game. He always wants a shout out. Now he wants a game. X-Ray, you got to challenge me. Because in the meantime, I'm playing Shuffle. View challenge. Join game. Let's play some chess, Shuffle. Now, Shuffle, you better watch your corners. Oops, I did not mean to move there. Fortunately, he had a pre-move going, so he did not take it for free. I bet this position is not in any opening books. I think I've been completely original and unique with my invention. X-Ray says he canceled his challenge because I made him wait too long. I'll make your face wait too long. I think you better issue that challenge again. Because otherwise it'll never happen. Never. Not in a million years. Actually, in a million years, I might evolve into someone who takes your challenge. Could happen. Should I bring out the rest of my pieces? Yes. So this brilliancy of b5, b4, b3, b2, b1 equals queen has now given me a losing knight for nothing. This is bad, especially because I was going to use that knight to move to his corner. Guys, why do you even watch? I don't even know why I even play. I should just switch to tic-tac-toe. I'm leaning back. Let me get comfortable here. In tic-tac-toe, it's best to start in the corner. Because there's a nice trap. You play in the corner. I have to play that to save my queen. You play in the corner, and then if he plays on the side, you have an instant win. A forced win, anyway. He plays in another corner, you can also win. He has to play a center. So that's a pretty good trap. So that's why it's best to start in the corner. Okay, we've got the challenges flashing up here. Let's hide the logo so you can see them. Hi, guys! I want my long bishop to survive. Of course, playing the center is pretty good too, because if he plays on the side after you play in the center, oh, thank you. Thank you. He resigns? Aren't you winning? I mean, let's count up the material. You have knight and bishop against rook, and it's 4 pawns to 6, so I'm ahead by one point. It's my casual pose. Look at this, guys. I think I'll just take your rook for free. This is kind of comfy. That's why you resigned. Okay, X-Ray, I see you're just actually Ray. I've been naming you wrong all this time. But let's play chess. Ooh, look how good you are. 1911. And you know what happened in 1911? I'll tell you what happened because I was there. They invented the Lincoln head cent with the wheat on the back in the United States. That said 1911 on the front. Up to that point, all of the coins said 1910. I don't even know why I do this. I was taking X-Ray's challenge because he needs a shout out. Shout out to X-Ray LX. That's why I did it. It's a game of chess. Another game of chess. They just keep coming, don't they? I have more center pawns. And he has more white pieces. What an interesting game of chess. I've played a chess game that was a lot like this one back in 1911. Whoa, guys, I can't see the ratings anymore. You're too challenging. Look at this. Our ratings, I was just gazing at them. I was like, okay, so he's 1911 and I'm 18 something. And then I was thinking, how old would I be if I were born in 18 something and it's 1911 now? And while I was thinking about that, Cheese Whiz fell on my screen and I couldn't remember what year I was born. Happens to me all the time. Olith123 wants a shout out. Mexican Revolution occurred in 1911. The year 1911 was a common year. Great. How often did it occur, guys? So Olith is helping me out. Year 1911 was a common year. Well, how often did it occur? Was it like every 3 years we had a 1911? That's why it was so common? I don't know. Probably making myself look dumb, but that's not unusual. I actually will take you. I don't know what to do. Guess I'll bring my other rook to the line. It was a common year. Definitely common. The Mexican Revolution occurred in 1911. I like 1909 better. You know why? Because in 1909 they put the VDB on the coin right near the end of the year, which is pretty surprising. VDB stands for the name of the guy who designed the Lincoln head on the front of the penny in the United States. And for the first Let's see, when did it start? 1900, I think, or 1901? They switched to that from the Indian head cent with an Indian on the front. I should say a Native American, but back then they just called them Indians. Yep, they did. And they didn't put his initials on until 1909, and then they started doing that. See, so what do you think happened? It was like November or December of 1909, and they started putting the initials on? Well, I'll tell you what happened. They minted only a few of them. A couple 100,000 to be exact, 400,000 of them, 408,000 to be exactly exact. And then it was 1910, so they started making those. And it turns out they didn't make very many with the VDB because it was near the end of the year. And so crazy people said, there aren't very many, I need them now. And they become really valuable. So the 1909s that don't have the VDB on them are like boring old 1909 pennies. But the ones with the VDB on the bottom, super rare and valuable. Of course, I should mention that if it was minted in San Francisco, that would make it much more valuable. Because the San Francisco Mint was the smaller mint. It didn't mint as many coins as the Philadelphia Mint. That's why the 1909 SVDB is the most valuable 1909 VDB coin that there is. Hope you enjoyed that bit of trivia. Meanwhile, my kingside fell apart like a house of cards being blown over by a hurricane. That's near a house of cards. Because otherwise it wouldn't fall over. I mean, most hurricanes don't blow over any houses of cards because they aren't near them. Such a slow game. Such a painful game. I only have 6 pawns and he has 7. And the knights aren't anywhere near where they ought to be. Pathetic. He's just going to crush me on the king side till I have nothing left. Meanwhile, in Kansas, in Soviet Russia, chess plays you. Okay, Ray L, I'm regretting playing you. You asked for a game, but I'm definitely regretting playing you. You didn't tell me you were going to take on my pawns, huh? You were just like, let's play chess. It was a trap. I know it now. Just move my knight to the side. Maybe that'll confuse you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're not letting up the pressure at all. You're owning me worse. Do you think you should fork my rooks with your knight? That's a boring fork. You only want a whole rook. Meanwhile, when I take this, he forks me again. That would hurt so bad, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see it. Oh, he can fork me a different way. Stop forking me. No. Oh, thank you. Still kind of bad, though. Still really bad, but at least I'm not forked 2 ways. I should probably resign, but my new mission is to get pieces to his corners. It could work. Because I still have some pieces. Play b3, please. Then I can play knight. Ow. Apparently that move's not legal. Let's try this one. Such a slow game. It always feels slower when you're losing. After beating me, Ray, are you going to just give up on watching Chess with TV? You probably should. This guy obsesses about shoutouts. He wants shoutouts after the show is over and I'm just playing the pretty music. He's like, oh, I need my shout out. Give it now. He gets all concerned that he won't get it. I would think after destroying me on the chessboard like this, he'll probably calm down. Can't reach the corner very well. I hope to cause him some trouble. Even though I'm down a rook. The time is getting low. We don't know how this guy plays when he gets low on time. But my hope is really badly. I don't see any traps or zaps for him. Look what he's doing to me. He's just checkmating me in the middle. Look, rook h6. Come on, play it. It's checkmate. I can't do anything. That's why I traded my rook to distract you. He actually could have owned me last move. Look. He could have played, instead of recapturing, he could have played rook h6 checkmate. And I didn't get anything to his corner. Okay, so that was a pretty bad failure, but I have a failure that's worse than that failure. And I'm going to show it to you now. Are you ready? Whoops, that's not right. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Got my controls in order. Here we go. Here we go. This game is a failure of a failure because this challenge was taken by another viewer, and we won't divulge his identity because he should be embarrassed for it. He's trying to get his knights to the corners. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Do you see what I see? Confused viewer number 2. Congratulations. Knight h8. Mistake. According to computer, you should have actually moved this knight out of the corner. So you do get a prize for getting them both there at the same time, but you get a penalty for getting them to the wrong corners. Wow. So we're rerunning this challenge just for you viewers who weren't paying any attention at all. The challenge is to get as many pieces as possible to the A8 and H8 squares. Your score is the total number of pieces you get to those squares. The current record is 5 from today's episode. We saw a viewer who got both knights, both rooks, and a bishop, I believe, although we really should just double check that because I got a message in chat that said that I counted it wrong. So we're going to take one more look at that game. He starts with a knight to A8. Boom. That's 1. Then he gets his other knight. Boom. That's 2. Then he gets his rook there. That's 3. Then he gets his other bishop there. That's 4. And he could get some more things there. 5. Oh, and then queen in, right? 6. Okay, so the current score is 6. So that's going to be difficult to beat. You've got to play someone pretty dumb in order to score 6. But if you can combine good chess play with pieces to the corner in an impressive sort of fashion, definitely send me those games. Send me those games. Because I'm interested. I'm interested in getting more than just knights to the corner. So that'll be fun. And that'll be like ChessWiz TV, Funday, Monday, corner, squares, redux, which doesn't even mean anything. I looked it up the other day. Define redux. And it says brought back and revived. Great, we're bringing it back and it's not even gone. The 1980s were far more than just the 50s redux. I agree. They were the 80s. And you know what happened in 1980? They minted the 1980 Lincoln Head cent. I don't know. Probably. Okay, we're going to finish the show with one speedy game just to make things interesting. Everyone in chat is saying 7 and not 6. Can you really fault me? Undo close tabs. Undo close tabs. Undo close tabs. All I get is new tabs. Undo close tabs. Undo close tabs. Wow, there's the teaser. Auto defenestrate. It's like going into the past. I can't. Okay, I'm switching this back to always promote to queen. There. I don't know. One more speedy game. I don't know if it was, I think it was 6. Everyone's in the chat says it was 7, so maybe it was 7. I'll double check after the broadcast. We're going to finish the show with a 1-minute game of chess against Pow Pow Pow. Pretty nice name. Gotta refresh the page so I get sound. Are you ready? Go. Good luck. Goody lucky. Lucky. That's hard to spell because I spelled it wrong. Here we go. Exchange French, of course, with C4, making it interesting. Take me. Look at that. I can force you to have an isolated D pawn. Yes! There's only one downside, which is I also have the isolated D pawn. But it's quite forcing. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the final game of chess. Thank you for watching ChessWiz TV. We broadcast Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 3 p.m. GMT. Please do not stand up while the flight is in motion. What do they say? Fasten your seatbelts. Keep your seatbelts fastened while the flight is in motion. Please use caution when opening the overhead compartments, as items may have shifted during the flight. Thank you for choosing ChessWiz Airlines. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying it well. Okay, I'm lining up my bishop and queen on the short diagonal, which is a long diagonal, right into his king. Looking forward to that. I'm receiving many confirmations that it's 7. So we're going to go with 7 is the current record. 7 pieces into the corner. Very difficult to beat. But I'm going to take this more seriously next time we do this. Next whatever day we do it. Funday Monday on Tuesday. I'm definitely going to break that record of 7. Whoa, knight f8. What are you doing, pal? Oh, time. Watch your time. Oh, I need to watch my own time. Forgot about my time. That's safe. Yeah, it's actually really safe because here comes checkmate if he takes. I'll pre-move there. Whoa, I better not. What if knight f8? Oh, my rook. Good. His rook. So hard when you have no time. I actually had to move there in 2 moves. I needed rook b7, but it was too far to go, so I played rook c7. Yes, I had time for that. Probably go that way in case his pawn takes me. Good game. You're fast, but not fast enough. Yeah, that was kind of cool. I was like, I want to play this move. However, I don't have time, so I'll play this move and then later on play this move. It worked. It worked. I got that pawn. It only took 2 moves. That was fun. That was fun. So don't forget to challenge. Get those pieces in the corner. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Next time is going to be the same time as this time, 2 days from now. You can find previous episodes on YouTube, which is actually where you're watching this right now. Thanks for watching.